There is a difference between method and strategy. Method is how things are being done. Strategy is how you are doing it. I don't mean to confuse you. What is method? Method is the normal way things are being done. This person is selling hair, this person is selling clothes, this person is selling bag, this person is selling shoe. Strategy is how you want to sell that thing. Method is this person is marrying, this person is dating, this person have a boyfriend. Strategy is how do you want to keep that your marriage and that's your relationship. There is a powerful difference between method and strategy, and I'm going to teach you. Pick up your pen and paper and begin to jot things down. Now, people can teach you how to do things, but they cannot teach you how they do things. Read my lips. People can teach you how to do so many things, but they cannot teach you how they do so many things. That's the difference between method and strategy. Now, this is the problem. Every time you are wondering, this person says she starts her business. This person says she starts shoe business. This person say, oh, na relationship experts. This person say, na song that they sing. You want to do those things that they are doing. Those things that they tell you that they are doing that is giving them money. You start the same thing. You do not make the same money they are making. You did not buy car. You did not buy house. You did not buy private jets. You did not buy designer bags and shoes. You start to shout, our motivational speaker, they don't come again. They are deceiving me, liars. Our motivational speaker. You start to think that they are lying. But the fact is that you follow their method, not their strategy. What is method? What is strategy? Method simply means how things are being done. Strategy simply means how you want to do it. A lot of time, when you follow method, you copy. You cannot copy strategy. Strategy is your own. It's not to start business, it's how you want to sell that business. And that's the reason why we can have 1 million actresses, but they can act differently. We can have 1 million musicians and they're going to sing differently. We're going to have 1 million relationship experts and they're going to talk differently. When you understand strategy, you will never envy or compete with anybody. You will stand out. Strategy is that thing that they are not teaching you. And unfortunately, nobody can teach you strategy because their strategy might not work for you. You might not have the capability, the ability, and the strength to do things the way they used to do it. So now when you learn the method, also find the strategy to sell that method that you have learned. That is what makes you stand out. That is what makes you a brand. That's what makes you unique. That's what makes you your own. That is what people envy. People do not envy what you do. They envy how you do it. Pick your pen and paper and begin to jot things down. I'm about to change your mentality. The point is that many times you focus on the method. You're just looking for 200,000 naira to start her business just because you saw that one nigga started her business. You're just looking for 500,000 naira to open office, to become a relationship expert just because Okoro Blessing opened office and is a relationship expert. You're just looking for 1 million naira to buy Uber just because your neighbor bought Uber because he said he's making money from Uber. You are quickly looking for 1 million naira to buy Uber so that you can make the kind of money that your neighbor is making. You buy the Uber, you fail at it. You buy the hair, you fail at it. You rent the office to become a relationship expert, you fail at it. Then you begin to scream, they are liars, oh, our motivational speaker. It is one man that is buying it for them. She has sugar daddy, he has sugar mommy. They are pushing cocaine, they are into drug, they are into money laundering. You begin to look for something to connect with your laziness. The difference between you and that person is their strategy, which is one thing that nobody is going to teach you. Like I used to say, people can teach you fashion, but they cannot teach you style. People can teach you things, but they cannot teach you understanding. Nobody can sit you down and begin to teach you how to understand what they have taught you. You are going to choose the way you want to understand life. You're going to choose the way you want to see life. That is the choice that you have. That is the power that you have. You can either see it in a negative way or in a positive way. That is the strategy nobody is going to teach you. Nobody teaches you strategy. They only teach you the method. Strategy simply means how you decide to do your thing. How you decide to do your thing. How you decide to sell your thing. Strategy comes out of creativity. It is creativity it is strategy that bets creativity. Many of you are just looking for what I want to do. You're not looking for how am I going to do it. Because that thing that you want to do, a lot of people there is nothing you want to do in this life people are not doing. So when you say you want to do something, you want to be a musician, you want to be an actress, you want to be a trader, anything you want to do, somebody's already doing it. A lot of people are doing it. The question you should ask yourself is not what you want to do, is how do I do this thing and do it differently? What is going to be my strategy? It is that strategy that is going to give you money, because people are used to normal. The only time you can pull attention and people want to say, okay, what's this one doing? The only time that that producer is going to leave that old veteran actress and want to come and shoot you in the movie, the only reason that people are going to leave that older relationship expert that has all the certificates in school and come to a Koro blessing is strategy. You might not be better than them. They might have all the credentials. They might have all the money better than you, but if you are more strategic than them, you're going to make it more in life. It's as simple as ABC. It's not the amount of money that you use to start business that will make you to make the business. Some of you are going to start businesses with 1 billion and you're going to fail at it. Some of you are going to start businesses with 20,000 and you're going to win at it. Sometimes you're wondering, there's a very big mall, you opened a very big shop, you stocked it with 1 million hair, nobody's buying. But here is that small girl who doesn't even have a shop. She sells the hair from her car and people are buying. It's called strategy. People do not even buy your product. Most times they buy your strategic way, especially in a place called Africa. How are you selling it? Especially in a place where there is competition. When you get into a market where there is competition, you need to be strategic. It is that strategy that you are thinking is jazz. It is that strategy that you are thinking that they are sleeping with a man. It is that make you think that they are doing something illegal to make money. You can make money in a legit way if you strategize. I say pick up your pen and paper and begin to jot this down. I'm about to change your mentality. Did you hear me? Pick up your damn pen and paper. Now, the reason why you envy people a lot is because you do not strategize. The reason why you are always in a competition is because you do not strategize. The only reason why you always want to take people out is because you are not strategic. When you are strategic, you will stand out. You won't take anybody out. When you understand that you are doing well is when you are doing well in the midst of people. You don't have to take anybody out to do well. People are going to be doing what they are doing, but you're going to stand out in the midst of the crowd. That's when you can tell yourself that you're doing well. You don't need to envy that your neighbor that is selling hair like you. You don't need to envy that relationship expert that is doing like you. You don't need all that. All you need to do is ask yourself, amongst these relationship experts here, amongst these hair sellers here, among all the people that are acting movie here, how do I stand out? That's the difference between Omotola and Genevieve. That's the difference between Genevieve and Rita Dominic. That's the difference between Rita Dominic and Iniedo. That's the difference between Iniedo and a lot of actresses. Difference between Davido and Wizkid. Difference between Wizkid and Burna Boy. Difference between Burna Boy and Techno is because they have a different strategy to how they sing the song. Davido can sing the same song that Techno sang, but he's going to sing it differently. You're going to buy Davido and still buy Techno because it's a different strategy. What is your strategy? The method is singing. The strategy is how you are singing it. The method is relationship expert. The strategy is how you are addressing it. The method is selling hair. The strategy is how do you want to sell it? The reason why you are envious, the reason why you're always competing, the reason why you want to kill your neighbor, the reason why you want to kill your competitors, the reason why you is because you are not strategic. The question I used to ask most people who are very competitive, and I ask you, can you do what they do? If you take Okoro blessing out, can you do what I do? You cannot do what I do because you are not me. The only thing you can do is to be strategic in your own way. If you take me out, you can't be me. You will not still make the money that I'm making. That's the truth. Strategy. You don't need all those get out. You don't need all those stress. When you see that people are doing what you do, or your strategy should be, how do I stand out? How do I do it differently? People are going to come because of how you do it, not because of what you do. Strategize. Focus on how to do things, not what to do. What to do will always be there. I used to ask many people, can you do what these people do? If they say, okay, only you should come and be selling hair now in the whole Nigeria, can you say? If they say only you to come and be advising all the depressed people in Nigeria, okay, only you, can you be the only person? You can't even handle it. Many of you are just selling hair in Lagos, Enugu, Abuja, in your small town, and you can't even handle the customer base. You can't even deliver. Imagine when you are the only one in the world selling hair. This is not to take everybody out because you can't even do it. I used to tell people that we copy. All of us used to copy. The thing is just to copy and add your own strategic personality to that thing that you have copied and make it your own. That is what is called branding. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Malt, all the different brands you are drinking, MTN, Glo, Airtel, is the same network. But the fact is MTN has their own strategy, Glo have their own strategy, Airtel have their own strategy. Any network you want to open right now and you want to compete with other networks that are already there, you need to develop a strategy. So the question is, nobody is doing blood money. Nobody is doing cocaine. Nobody is a motivational speaker. Nobody is deceiving you. The difference is that you are so lazy to think of a strategy. You are waiting for somebody to teach you their strategy. You're waiting for somebody to come and teach you how they do things, which is not possible. Nobody will show you the way. You will have to find that way for yourself. I said in one of my videos, stop waiting for people to teach you. Pray to see people who will guide you. Guidance is different from teaching. Nobody's going to show you the road. You will have to find that road for yourself. Many of you are beginning to feel entitled. You need to tell me the way you do things, but can I shock you? Even if I tell you the way you do things, even if I tell you the way I do things, you might not be able to do it the same way I do it. You might not have the capability. You might not have the strength. You might not have the zest. You might not have the passion to do it the way I do it. So even if I teach you how I do things, you can't still do it. You need to be able to carve a niche for yourself and find out things that work for you. Some people are not controversial. Okoro blessing is controversial. Some people are not loud. Okoro blessing is loud. Some people are not creative. I am me. So if you want to be a relationship expert, you can be a different kind of relationship expert. I am the controversial one. You can be the calm one. And some people that don't like controversial people, blessing is too loud. I beg, I fear this girl if you go talk my secret for outside. We have clients like that. That might be your client. Those ones that are looking for a reserved relation, you must not be like me. That's why I said my strategy might not even work for you, because that's not who you are. You will not be consistent in it because it's not you. Strategy simply means your person, your own idea, how you want to do things. When you are strategizing, you don't even need to stress yourself. It simply means you're going to use your personality, you're going to use what you have within you and make magic. You don't need to go extra mile. Some people tell me I don't have phone. The man is like this. You always have silly excuses because you have not sat down to strategize. The reason why your relationship is failing and your marriage is failing is because you want to do it the way that person is doing it. You want to make love to your husband the way that woman is making love to her husband. It cannot work for you because your husband is a different man. Her husband is a different man. You need to be able to discover your strategy. As you are with your man, find out what works for you. Walk around it. Leave the other person's house alone. It cannot work for you. What works for me cannot work for you. Sometimes when I come and advertise on my page, some people will say, shut up, it's not working. It's not working. I used to tell people something. What worked for me might not work. But what didn't work for me might work for you. What worked for me might not work for you. I have seen my friends with glowing skin and I use what they use on their face and it reacted on my body. I have recommended what I use on my face for somebody and it reacted on her body. Life is trial and error. That's what is called strategy. You try this one, it doesn't work. You try this one, it doesn't work. Method is a general thing. You don't change your method, you change your strategy. If you want to sell hair, sell hair. But it's how you want to sell the hair that you'll be changing. If you dance today, you no work, you jump tomorrow. If you jump tomorrow, you no work, you fly. If you fly tomorrow, you no work, you run. Change your strategy. The method is already static. Hair is hair business. Relationship is relationship. How do you want to do it is what makes what you are doing interesting. I hope I've been able to teach you something. I hope you've been able to jot down something. I hope you've been able to learn something. Stop sitting down there and shouting, motivational speaker, motivational speaker. Nobody's motivating you. This is the reality. Look beyond the surface. Begin to look for how to do things, not what to do. That is what sells. Your strategy should be more powerful than your method. I'm done. Remember, I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe. It will not take you anything to just click the link on the bio and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Are you hearing me? Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's not remove one thing from your body to just click and subscribe. I'm not shouting, I'm pleading. Please, just use the link and subscribe. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mannerless. It's not by force. I'm appealing. Thank you. God bless you. I love you.